Adrian Vandenberg on playing with Steve Vai in Whitesnake, A Rock Journey. Adrian Vandenberg, the talented guitarist who rocked with Whitesnake from 1987 to 1990 and then again from 1994 to 1997, recently opened up about his exhilarating experience of sharing the stage with the legendary Steve Vai. Joining the band just in time for the 1989 album, Slip of the Tongue, which Vandenberg co-wrote, Vai brought a unique flair to the group. Although Adrian didn't play on the album due to a wrist injury, he rejoined the band for the subsequent tour, and the chemistry between the two guitarists was electric. Playing with Steve was quite a challenge because he's a virtuoso, Adrian shared candidly. It really made me reflect on my own style. When I first joined Whitesnake, I got swept up in the fast-paced playing that was popular in the States, but that's not really where my heart lies. I've always been inspired by melodic players like Brian May and Michael Schenker, and even Eddie Van Halen, who, despite his flashy style, always infused melody into his solos. So, touring with Steve made me realize I needed to focus on what I do best. It was a fantastic opportunity for us to blend our different styles, and I truly enjoyed it. Plus, Steve is a great guy with a wonderful sense of humor. We had a blast together. In a previous chat, Adrian reflected on how quickly he and Steve became friends. We clicked almost instantly. Our musical styles were so different, yet they complemented each other beautifully, he recalled. He described himself as a melodic player, while Steve, especially during that era, was known for his flashy technique. He even admitted to me later that he felt he had to prove himself more back then, Adrian added. Interestingly, Steve later expressed some regret over his own behavior during that time, describing it as prima donna antics. He told me, "Man, my ego was a little inflated back then," and he apologized for it. He was just caught up in the excitement of being Steve Vai. Adrian also shared his feelings about not being able to play on the Slip of the Tongue album due to his injury. It was frustrating not to record my own songs, but I thought, how cool is it that a player of Steve's caliber is on my tracks, he said with a philosophical outlook. In a separate interview, Steve Vai explained his decision to join Whitesnake after parting ways with David Lee Roth. "In my mind, I was surrendering my career. I knew my solo album, Passion and Warfare, was very different from what Whitesnake was doing," he admitted. Lacking the confidence to perform instrumental music solo, he felt that touring with Whitesnake was a smart move. "I loved their music, and David Coverdale was an incredible frontman. I wanted to be part of that." When he joined, the music for Slip of the Tongue was already recorded, and he just had to add his guitar magic. Adrian had laid down guide tracks, but he was dealing with a wrist injury that made it tough for him to play. "I had to put my spin on those tracks, and it was a dense guitar record that really showcased my style," Steve explained. Reflecting on his time with Whitesnake, Steve acknowledged that he was the one who could be difficult at times. "I came from a different world with David Lee Roth, and I had to learn how to navigate the business side of things. But I knew I had to deliver rock integrity while also being true to my own voice. The foundation of Whitesnake's sound was rooted in rock blues, and I wanted to honor that while still being myself." Whitesnake's Slip of the Tongue became a massive success, marking the band's third consecutive platinum record. Released in November 1989, it peaked at number 10 on both the UK and US charts, thanks to hits like Fool for Your Loving and The Deeper the Love. The album celebrated its 30th anniversary in 2019 with a special 7-disc box set, a testament to its enduring legacy. Adrian and Steve's collaboration not only showcased their individual talents but also highlighted the magic that happens when different musical styles come together. Their journey in Whitesnake remains a fascinating chapter in rock history, filled with challenges, growth, and unforgettable moments.